How to treat low testosterone without the need of TRT. This is what we are going to discuss in this video. I have here some things written down. I will also give you examples of clients that I work with that had low testosterone, and we could be able to increase 2 or even 3 times their testosterone naturally within some months because they followed these steps. But one thing that you need to understand first is that total testosterone is not the most important metric that you need to know about. There's other metrics that are way more important than total testosterone, because total testosterone only tells you how many testosterone does your body produce, but does not tell you how many testosterone does your body uses. And the metric that can determine how many testosterone your body uses is free testosterone, to use for muscle building, for recovery, for more energy, more motivation, more focus, more libido, etc. And there are some variables that will determine if you have high free testosterone or low free testosterone. I will show you a client that had high total testosterone and low free testosterone. You might have high testosterone levels and you still have these symptoms of low libido, low energy, low focus, low motivation to work every day. You wake up exhausted because your body is not using the testosterone. So why you might have high total testosterone and low free testosterone? Because there's a hormone called SHBG, and when your liver produces this in a high amount, what it happens is SHBG will act like a sponge. It will get all the total testosterone and will bind to the total testosterone, so your body won't have any available testosterone to use. And there are tons of variables that determines how many SHBG your liver is producing, regardless the total testosterone that you have. SHBG can be genetics, but can also be dependent to a lot of factors. And the first factor is insulin. If you undereat, if you don't eat enough complex carbs like fiber, vegetables, fruits, you'll have low insulin. And when you have low insulin, your liver will produce more SHBG. This client had an insulin of 4.8, and the normal ranges is between 3 to 25. So it is in the low range. When this happens, SHBG can be increased. So ideally, this client would get the insulin to around 10 in the mid-normal ranges, so it can reduce his SHBG. And this can be done by as simple as eating more carbs, eating more fruits, more vegetables, more oats, rice, pasta, more starches. This is the first factor. I don't know your specific situation, so if you want me to analyze your specific situation and clearly see and tell you exactly what is your problem and how to solve it, you can apply to my one-to-one program. But in this video, I'll tell you all the variables that can contribute to low free testosterone and low testosterone symptoms. So the first thing is insulin. The second thing is we need to assess the brain, LH and FSH. This determines how well your brain is telling your testicles to produce testosterone. When you have low LH and low FSH, your brain essentially is telling your testicles to not produce testosterone. This client had normal LH and FSH, so it wasn't a problem for him, but it can be a problem for you and can be the reason why you have low testosterone. The third thing is about your nutrition. Healthy fats regulate your hormones. So when you undereat fats or you just eat processed fats, you are essentially telling your brain and your body to not produce the right hormones. And this can be also the cause of low testosterone production and in consequence low free testosterone. This can be fixed by increasing your health fat intakes. Olive oil is one of the best. You can also increase it by eating more red meat, more protein, dried fruits, avocado, etc. Not only fat will increase hormone regulation, but protein will also indirectly increase the testosterone production, because you will support your muscles, and muscles required testosterone. So if you support muscle mass and you build muscle, your muscles will then tell your brain to start producing more testosterone because it needs to be recovered. So that's why nutrition is very important and is one of the most crucial parts in a health plan, and it is why we structure meal plans to all of our clients specifically for their genetics, for their blood work, DEXA scan, medical testings, gut health as well, and their preference, of course. And in addition, as a bonus point, if you work out, you will indirectly also produce more testosterone, because when you increase muscle mass and you give stimulus to the muscles, you are essentially telling your brain that you need more testosterone to recover that muscle, you need to increase muscle mass, so it will start producing more testosterone. The fourth factor that can contribute to low testosterone and low free testosterone is again around SHBG. As I said, SHBG is a stress-induced hormone. For this client, I talked to him and he said that he would sometimes work until midnight, 11 p.m., sometimes 1 a.m., 2 a.m., always working. And then he just goes to sleep. Why this is terrible? Because when you work, when you are stressed, when you are focused, you are also increasing cortisol levels, the stress hormone. And when you increase this hormone, the stress hormone, your body won't be able to recover as well. You will be in a fight or flight state. And when you are alert, you can't rest, you can't fall asleep, you can't relax. And this is bad because your body won't go to deeper levels of sleep when the recovery happens. And a fifth factor is about supplementation. There are plenty of nutrients that you need to eat every day, and sometimes we cannot eat them all. For example, omega-3. You can only get omega-3 from fish. So one day, if you don't eat fish, you won't get enough omega-3 to support immune system and your brain. When you assess your health data, when you assess your blood work, there will be deficiencies. For example, this client had vitamin D deficiency, and vitamin D regulates testosterone production. So for example, if you have a vitamin D deficiency, you will struggle to produce testosterone. It can be the cause of low testosterone as well. If you have magnesium deficiency, you won't be able to sleep well, recover well, and go in the deeper sleep stages. So you need to assess your blood work, you need to assess your body composition, your genetics, and then start to analyze what vitamins, what minerals, what supplements you need to start taking to optimize all these metrics and get in the normal to optimal levels of these metrics. And by doing all of this, by assessing your testosterone levels, your free testosterone, SHBG, and your brain metrics as well, if you start reducing SHBG by reducing stress, by increasing insulin levels in the normal ranges, of course, by increasing LH, FSH, and having proper nutrition, training, eating healthy fats, eating protein, workout, getting the right supplements. If you do all of this, I guarantee you that you will stop having all the low testosterone symptoms, and if you have blood work, I guarantee you that you will increase your free testosterone. If not, there's a deeper issue in your situation that needs medical procedures like TRT, but TRT is only the final step of this process. You saw that in this video there's tons of process to go through before TRT, and even when you see that all of this doesn't work, there's other treatments, safer treatments besides TRT. But try first this protocol that I told you. Try to assess all of these, analyze, and if you don't have time to it, if you don't know how to analyze, if you just can't understand why something is happening to you, why you have these symptoms, book a call with me, first link in the description. Let's analyze your situation and let's structure a health plan specifically for you, for your lifestyle, for your genetics, blood work and medical tests, so you can start optimize your health and get the better result.